Hello, welcome back to the Functional Plate. I'm Sakina, your eco-friendly hostess with the mostest and your nutrition-trained guide, helping you to use real food to support your body. Now, in today's episode, we are going to be making homemade buttermilk biscuits. One of my favorite breakfast foods of all time is a good buttermilk, flaky, fluffy biscuit with butter and fresh jam. And you might be wondering, this is not healthy, that doesn't sound very healthy. Well, I am someone who truly believes in moderation in all things. You're never gonna see me not eat what I want. I'm gonna eat 85% of really healthy whole foods, vegetables, fatty fish, whole grains, and then I'm gonna leave room for some indulgence, and that's gonna be ice cream, bread, whatever it is that I'm craving in the moment. And today, I'm craving biscuits, so that's what we're gonna make. In my last episode, I taught you how to make homemade turkey breakfast sausage using lean ground turkey. So that's the spin on this recipe. Typically, you could get like a biscuit sandwich for breakfast at like a McDonald's or even like a local diner. And it's gonna be made with buttermilk biscuits, pork sausage, cheese, and a whole egg. Now, what I want to do eventually, and that's what we're gonna do in the next few videos, is I'm going to make a slightly healthier version. We're still gonna use a buttermilk biscuit because I still feel like that's the best. And then you look at the ingredients, it's actually quite simple. There's not a lot of ingredients in this. You can actually substitute a different type of flour if you want. You would just need to make the necessary adjustments to make sure that it bakes correctly. So a biscuit in itself is quite simple as far as the ingredients goes. But if you're getting a biscuit from like the grocery store that's in one of those cans that you pop open, or if you're going to a fast food restaurant, those biscuits are gonna have far more ingredients because they're gonna contain more preservatives. But we're just making these at home from scratch, so it's gonna contain less preservatives and just fewer ingredients in general, making it overall a healthier choice than if you were to go purchase this at a fast food restaurant. We're also going to use those turkey sausage patties that I made in the last video for our breakfast sausage. And then obviously a whole egg, you can't go wrong with that. If you want to make a sandwich a little bit more healthy, you can take out the yolk. The yolk is actually quite healthy, but if you want less fat, take out the yolk, leave it as egg whites, and you'll get a leaner version of this sandwich. And then if you want cheese, you can add cheese. You don't have to. I like it with cheese, so I'm adding cheese. But the other variation we're gonna make on this recipe is we are going to make a fruit compote as opposed to using a highly sugary jam or jelly that you would buy at your local grocery store. Later video, I'm going to show you how to make a simple fruit compote that you can use on your biscuits. And it's gonna be really delicious, a lot healthier than a jam or a jelly because you're actually getting whole fruits with fiber. And then you're gonna have your sandwich, a healthier version of the traditional biscuit sandwich. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this recipe. there. Some fresh egg on that biscuit. Some turkey sausage and cheese, okay? So this is my perfect breakfast, a biscuit sandwich. Press that down and voila. All right, so I have my plate. We're gonna give it a try. Yummy, yummy homemade turkey sausage, homemade buttermilk biscuits with a fruit compote instead of jelly, because this would not be complete without jelly, but the fruit compote is what I'm using as a substitute. So much more flavorful than anything you're gonna get at a fast food restaurant. The spices in this turkey sausage are so good. Like, the crunch from the bottom of the biscuit, so delicious. I think I actually want to put the fruit on top of my biscuit. All right, I want to sit down and enjoy this so I can really sop up the juices, but this is how you can modify one of your favorite, if you're like me, one of your favorite breakfast dishes to make it a little bit healthier. Hope you enjoyed the videos. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you did, and stay tuned for more from the Functional Plate. Bye.